colonists from the north, NASA, would be gone. Ben Bella would be imprisoned. Now we're at the crossroads debating again direction, debating someone else's ism, forgetting something that Europeans, irrespective of religious belief, irrespective of political belief, main interest in Africa was to control Africa. They had no other mission, and the left wanted to control Africa as much as the right. So we need not get into games played in the name of political opportunists and Johnny-come-lately called Marx and Lenin. They too were playing a European game, a game for European control. They not only did not know anything about the cultures and the politics and the people of Africa, they did not know what they needed to know about the people of Europe. Otherwise, Russia would not be at war with some of her own colonies. Had she recognized the culture difference and the religious difference in these colonies, these people were willing to stay within the Russian orbit, but not willing for anybody to dictate everything to them and use their resources at the same time. Russia could have yielded something to them and still kept them as partners and treated them with some equality. They could have created a socialist or communist parliament for Europe, recognizing each state as independent, associated, and treated with the Soviet Union. But they had to make the stupid mistake of declaring that Russia is officially an atheistic nation. I have no great love for the organized religions of the world, including Hindu, that create the concept of untouchability. Yet I'm a strong spiritual human being. I know that there's a spiritual force in the universe. One of my students asked, Professor Clarke, inasmuch you don't believe in organized religions, where do you think you're going to go when you die? I said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to live in what I did, live in who I taught, bury the man, continue the plan. I would no more live without spirituality being a part of my being than I would get on all fours and walk with the dogs. For it is spirituality, not religion, that lifts me higher than the dog. Now when I can make the seasons change, make the oceans roar, start a hurricane and stop one, I will tell you I no longer believe in God. Because when I can do that, I will be God. I know I will never do that. So while I do not believe in organized religions, because all of them are hypocritical, I believe in love people. I believe in myself, and I have a special love for my own people, whose fight I've been involved in most of the years of my life. And for them, I've only gone to jail for very honorable reasons, like leading a riot or something. Nothing. I've not disgraced myself. And I look good once they examine me and told them there'll be nothing in my whole life that you need to feel apologetic for. I have considered myself to be a product and part of the ownership of African people in struggle, and I have never been outside of that struggle. Our Holocaust need to be mentioned here in conclusion, because it was not only the death of so many of us, it was the death of aspirations, it was the death of hope, it was the death of possibilities, it was the death of dreams unfulfilled. I am saying this did not end at all. We will live through what we leave behind for our children and what they subsequently will leave behind for their children. We have suffered the longest and most brutal Holocaust in human history. 100 times worse than that internal family affair in Europe. Faith has spared us for something. Faith has not spared us to feed poison in our veins. Faith has not spared us to douse our bodies with alcohol and die in a drunken stupor. Faith has spared us to deliver a message to ourselves and to all mankind. We need not burn anyone's church or demean anyone's religion. But when it touches our lives, we need to convert it into an instrument of liberation, and we need to stop worrying about who cares about what we do, so long as we are clear that this is what we want to do for our liberation. We need more independent schools. We need an independent political school or political association. We need something to preserve the languages of Africa. There shouldn't be a black child over 10 who is not skillful in computers, in math, and in science. You have to instill into this child from birth, you're born to lead. You're born to bring a new son to a people cast away, brought out of their homes against their will. You're born to dig so deep into your history you can tell the world with accuracy. Long before there was a Europe, African people created the philosophical thought that went into the making of what you think is Greek philosophy, which is nothing but African philosophy. African people again created the spiritual thought that went into the making of the Bible, something you have written into myth and lied about. We gave the world its first humanity. And if faith spared us to give the world its first humanity, then our great message to the world is a message of enduring humanity for all mankind. And remember, and teach your children to remember, and to have confidence. If we did it once, we can, of course, do it again. Thank you.
Come on, brothers and sisters, give it up, Dr. Henrik Clarke. Let him know how much we appreciate and love him for his service to us for over 50 years.